Hi guys, so yes, I am back with one of my good old tier list videos. So yes, it's been a while since my last video, but I just thought to kill some time in between obviously the wrestling videos, as always, let's do a good old tier list. I love doing these videos and seem to do quite well. A lot of you guys seem to enjoy them, so let's keep this rolling. So I've done quite a lot of different tier lists now on a range of different entertainment topics, but today I thought, let's do a tier list of every Game of Thrones character. Now, obviously, not every single character, but look at this list. This is, I think, the vast majority of all the supporting and main characters throughout all 8 seasons of Game of Thrones. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to try and be as quick as possible. I'm going to try and keep it small on each character. Otherwise, this video will be like an hour long. So I'm gonna try and keep it sweet and short on each of the characters, and overall give my tiers on all of the main and supporting characters from all 8 seasons of Game of Thrones. So yes, I will judge all of these characters on their runs because not obviously only a handful of these characters made it all 8 seasons, but I'll just judge them on their run, like say like seasons 1 to 4, etc., or the full seasons, like their entire character arc, etc. So yes, guys, sit back and enjoy. It's going to be a long one, but one hopefully I hope you all enjoy. So yes, let's get started then. So I'm just going to go as the list goes on. So obviously this isn't in like chronological like when they appeared order, but yeah. So to start off with, we have yes the OG from season 1, Robert Baratheon. Only appeared in what 7 episodes, but yeah, I think Robert Baratheon I think gets S tier. I loved Robert Baratheon. I thought he was great. Really, really good actor from Mark Addy. Yeah, he's a bit of a dick, but I just thought for 7 episodes and so how memorable his character was, even though he was only in the first season. I thought he was great, King Robert. So yeah, Robert Baratheon gets S tier for me. Sansa. Sansa's a tricky one. I think a lot of fans would put her down here. A lot of fans would put her up there. But for me, throughout all 8 seasons, Sansa, where she ended up, I'm gonna give Sansa a C. I was never a massive Sansa fan, and I think she got a bit more unlikable as the seasons went on. And then season 8, she just declares herself Queen of Winterfell. Like F yous all. I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, just nah. Never a massive Sansa fan. Arya, the other Stark sister, Arya Stark, she is gonna get S tier. Yeah, Arya gets S tier. She's one of the goats of Game of Thrones from all 8 seasons. She's way more likable than Sansa. She's just so badass with everything she does, especially in the later seasons. Yeah, Arya gets S tier. Bran. Nah, Bran is a tricky one, man. Yeah, one of the least interesting characters in the whole show. He's not likable. Just he just had a very mess storyline. Then the whole three-eyed raven stuff, and then he became king at the very end. It was like, what? Why do you think I came all this way? No, Bran. Oh, I'm gonna give Bran C. I don't hate him, but he's definitely not up here. So Bran's just very much in the middle for me. So he's gonna go. I'm gonna give Bran C. Um, who's this guy again? I've actually forgotten. Rickon Stark, who is hardly in the show and then just gets killed by Ramsay. I'm gonna give Rickon D because we hardly ever see him. He just appears in the odd episode here and there. He just tags along with Bran for a little while, and then he gets captured and killed by Ramsay in season 6. So yeah, sorry, I can't give. Is it Rickon or is it? Yeah, it's Rickon, isn't it? I think it is. I can't remember now. I'm not good with it. Joffrey. I think we all know where Joffrey goes. Just the worst little shit. But played incredibly well by oh, I've forgotten the actor's name, but incredible actor. But yeah, awful character. Jorah, one of my favourites. We all know where Jorah's going. S tier. I love Jorah so much. All the way from seasons one to 8. Bit disappointed how he died in season 8. But at least he died like defending Daenerys from the White Walkers. But I think he should have survived to the end. In my opinion, I think it was a bit underwhelming him getting killed in season 8. But at least he went out defending Daenerys, and what a character! I love Jorah. One of the goats in my opinion. One of my top 5 characters easily. Theon. Now Theon's interesting, man, because you could say the first 2 seasons Theon's like down here. what a douchebag. But then he goes on a massive redemption arc. He gets tortured and all that. And he's like Ramsay's plaything. But then I think seasons 6, 7, and 8, he goes on a big redemption arc. And just think how I think it ended with Ramsay. He does go on a massive redemption arc, one of the best in the show, in my opinion. And then he dies like defending Bran from the Night King. I'm going to put Theon up there. How he has one of the best character arcs in the whole show, and the whole Theon, you're a good man, and he goes out trying to defend Bran, then the Night King killed him. Yeah, Theon gets an A for me. Littlefinger, yeah, he's just the worst. Like the puppet master of Game of Thrones. He's the one who started the war with the Starks and the Lannisters with that knife, and he's always conniving, always been sneaky, and how he betrayed Ned in season 1. Everything. He's just an absolute douchebag. But then when he finally gets his just desserts in season 7, it was great. So yeah, but great character. I mean, as a villain, great character, but yeah, he was just the worst. Not that I didn't like him, just like same with Joffrey, amazing character, but also just an absolute douchebag. Then we've got the Hound. Yeah, we all know where the Hound's going. S tier, yeah, absolutely incredible. Who doesn't love the Hound? Just what a character for all 8 seasons, and I loved the Hound, man. One of my favourites. This how he goes out to fighting the Mountain in season 8. Mwah, loved it, and his whole storyline with Arya and the Brotherhood. Oh, it was great. I loved Sandor Clegane, the Hound. Yeah, great character. Then we've got Samwell Tarly. First few seasons, I didn't really care for Sam. He was just this little weasel. Not a weasel, that's mean, but he was just kind of whiny and unlikable. I'd put him down here maybe, but then the later seasons, I'd put Sam in A tier. I do love Sam. He is a great character. And yeah, one of the few that lived all the way to the end. He becomes the new Maester of King's Landing, doesn't he? Tyrion. Do I need to say more? Tyrion gets S tier. One of the goats. Peter Dinklage, we all salute you. What a character. If not the best character in the entire show, all 8 seasons. I will say the last 2 seasons he did get done a bit dirty by the writers. He becomes a bit of an idiot. And even Peter Dinklage said that in an interview. Maybe some people will put him down here if you base him just on down here maybe season 7 and 8. But because how good he is just overall, Peter Dinklage, what an actor! And then he becomes the new Hand of the King in season 8. Well, again, yeah, Peter Dinklage, Tyrion, S tier. Then we've got Renly Baratheon. He's not in the show much. He's only in the first 2 seasons. Then he gets killed off. I liked Renly. I thought he was all right. And I'm gonna put Renly in B. I thought he was all right. I thought he was way more likable and way more likable and interesting than Stannis. But then he just gets killed off by obviously that vision, that ghost thing in season 2, and Stannis takes his army. So I wish we could have got a bit more of Renly, because he just didn't get enough of him. And I think he would have been a much better king than Robert or Joffrey, but we just never got to see it, sadly. But then he just dies. So yeah, good, decent character, but just not. But I'm going to give him a B. Ros, yeah, Ros. She could get a B. She was cool. She starts off as a prostitute in the first season 1, but then she goes off to King's Landing to work with Littlefinger, and she's cool for a bit. She's like Littlefinger's informant, etc. But then she gets killed by Joffrey, doesn't she? So yeah, and that's really all there is. So yeah, I'm gonna give Ros B. Jeor Mormont from seasons 1 to 3. Yeah, Jeor Mormont's great. I loved him. Yeah, the original Night's Watch commander, the commander of the Night's Watch before Jon got it. Yeah, I loved Jeor Mormont, and yeah, he was great in the first 3 seasons. Proper leader, proper authority figure. And then he gets unjustly killed by the mutineers. Poor guy. Gendry. Gendry's Gendry. I'm gonna give B. I would give him a bit higher, but I just think we don't get enough of him. He's only in seasons 1 and 2. I think season 3. And then we don't see him again all the way till season 7 and 8. Yeah, his little romance with Arya was cute, I guess, but I just think because we just didn't see enough of him. I can't give Gendry more than a B, but he was a good character. I did like Gendry. Oh god, this crazy bitch. What's her name? Lysa Arryn. Was it? Yeah, she's just absolute nutbag. Hated her so much. No, I'll give her D. Not she wasn't just the worst, but she was just pain in the ass. Didn't like her when Littlefinger threw her out the window. Yeah, good riddance. Then Robin Aaron, this little douchebag. First few seasons he was so annoying, such an annoying little brat. But then he becomes a bit more likable, I think, when we see him again in season 4 or 5, whatever. Then he doesn't appear until the very finale at the end when he's all grown up. I'll give him a D. Yeah, he just wasn't in the show enough. Then we have Bronn. We all know where Bronn's going. Bronn's S tier, without a doubt. Who doesn't love Bronn? Sir Bronn of the Blackwater. I loved Bronn, one of my favourite characters from seasons 1 to 7. You know, he's hardly in season 8, unfortunately. He's a bit of a dick in season 8 where he like threatens to kill Tyrion and Jaime unless they give him Highgarden, and then it just becomes the Master of Coin. Like, oh, okay, but yeah, seasons 1 to 7, Bronn was the GOAT, yeah, for me. I love Bronn. Then Pycelle. Pycelle gets down there. Ugh, hated Pycelle. The fact he lasted 6 effing seasons, I could not stand him. Ugh, hate Pycelle so much. That's just little old dirtbag. Hate Pycelle. Varys. We all know Varys gets S tier. I absolutely love Varys. What a character. Him and Tyrion's like bromance for several seasons was great. Just what an actor. Yeah, it sucks how he got completely ruined in season 8, as did so many other characters did in season 8. But seasons 1 to 7, Varys is up there. Season 8, when Tyrion just betrays him and he gets burnt by Daenerys' dragon. Oh, but Varys S tier still for me. Great character. Rubbish ending, but great character. Loras Tyrell. He can get a C. He's all right. I mean, another thing, we just don't really see that much of him. He's only very much a supporting character in the first few seasons, like Renly's boyfriend, secret lover, and then he has like that marriage with Cersei, which doesn't go anywhere. Then he got the High Sparrow stuff in season 5, and then he just gets blown up at the end of season 6. So yeah, we didn't see enough of Loras, in my opinion. He was a cool guy, but yeah, I can't give him higher than C. Cersei. Arguably the worst character in the whole show. She's just a witch. Absolute witch. I mean, you could put her down worse than Ramsay or Joffrey, but yeah, seasons 1 to 8, she's just the worst person imaginable. Can't stand her. Everything she does. Yeah, she gets some comeuppance in season 5 with her Walk of Atonement, but then she gets her revenge in season 6 where she blows up everybody and becomes the queen. But yeah, season 8, she just kind of does nothing. She just stands around going, I want some elephants, and then she just dies by brickfall. It was rubbish ending. But played amazingly by Lena Headey, I will say that. Played amazingly, but her character and how much we hated her, just the worst. Awful, awful characters. Like, I feel like I'm not being clear enough. There's this bottom tier, like Joffrey as a character, as the acting and screen time, he's up there. But just because he's an absolute little shitbag, I've got to put him down there because these guys were just the absolute worst, as in terms of how bad their characters were, how evil their characters were. Not these guys are more just how I didn't like them, but just evil. How much longer have I got? Oh my god. Okay, let's keep going. I've forgotten her name. Shay. Shay can get down there because she was. I never liked Shay, so I just thought she was always quite annoying. And then she took Tyrion, sending her away the wrong way, and then she just betrays him at the council, and then she sleeps with effing Tywin behind Tyrion's back when he's in prison. Yeah, I'm glad Tyrion killed her. So yeah, she gets just the worst. I didn't like Shay. Benjen. Oh, we're talking about a wasted character. Benjen Stark. This guy had badass written all over him, and he's in like 4 episodes, if that. He's in a few episodes in season 1, like 2, 3 at most, and then he doesn't appear again until season 7, and then he just dies. It was such a waste, man. He was a really cool Stark, Benjen. Obviously Ned Stark's younger brother, but I can't give him higher than C because we just didn't see enough of him. He had all the potential to be up there, Benjen, but we just did not see enough of him, so he gets C tier. Oh God, Sir Barristan. Sir Barristan gets S tier. I think Sir Barristan's great. I love Sir Barristan for seasons 1 to 5, despite the fact he had a very underwhelming ending where he just dies fighting Sons of the Harpy in an alleyway. It was so underwhelming. Even the actor himself, it was a rubbish ending for Sir Barristan. One of the greatest swordsmen and warriors in Westeros. But I loved Sir Barristan. He was great from the first 5 seasons. But yeah, he's gonna get. But I love him so much. Despite his underwhelming finish, he gets S tier for me, definitely. Really, really good character. Khal Drogo. Khal Drogo can get B. He was great. Another one season wonder from season 1. You know, the Dothraki Horse Lord. Yeah, he was good. He just has a few fights, and I liked how his and Daenerys' relationship like evolved, and they got a lot closer. And then he just dies very sadly. You know, he just gets an infection from a cut, and he never heals, and he just dies, like in a catatonic state. And yeah, it's very sad. But yeah, Khal Drogo, he was a good character, but I think just very solid B for me. For Khal Drogo. Oh, Hodor. No, I'm sorry, Hodor's getting S tier. Oh, I mean, he literally says one line for the entire show, Hodor, Hodor, and all that. But you know how his brands helps Bran get around everywhere. I loved Hodor so much, man. And then obviously Hold the Door, one of the most heartbreaking revelations in the entire show. Just Hold the Door in season 6, absolutely heartbreaking. So his entire storyline was just utterly heartbreaking, but he was loyal to a fault. And yeah, I've got to give Hodor S tier. Then we've got I've forgotten his name. The Lannister guy. Lance Lannister. Yeah. You can get B. Didn't really like him in seasons 1 and 2, and then obviously he just leaves and becomes a High Sparrow. And yeah, he's just a religious fanatic in season 5 and 6. And then he gets blown up. So yeah, I'll give him a D. He was just very meh. Master Owen, or I forgot his name, the Maester in Winterfell from season 1 to 2. He's going to get A. I really like this guy. He was so loyal. You know, Bran's teacher. I really, really like this guy. And I just feel he got a very underwhelming ending. He just gets stabbed by one of the Greyjoy soldiers at the end of season 2, and he just dies. Really, really sad. But I thought he was a great character, very wise, very all-knowing, and I just wish we could have seen a bit more of him. I wish he didn't have to die so early in the show, but he was great. Maester, I've forgotten his name. It was Maester something, but he was a good character. Then Sir Alistair from the Night's Watch, he could get just the worst. He was a douchebag. Never liked the guy. All the way from seasons 1 to 6, he was just such a douchebag at the wall with Jon. Never ever liked him. And then he just betrays Jon in season 5, stabs him. But at least he gets hung in season 6. He gets his comeuppance. But yeah, I just never liked Sir Alistair. I just thought he was a huge douchebag from start to finish. Just yeah, great actor. Don't get me wrong, great actor, but just absolute douchebag. I've forgotten her name. I know to do Fedora in Harry Potter. The wildling girl who was with. She can get C. She was all right. I don't remember too much from her. She tags along with Bran and stuff for a while. Then she gets stabbed by Ramsay, I think, in season 6. But she was fine, but I can't really give her any more than that, so I'll just give her a C. I've forgotten his name. There's so many characters, I've forgotten some of the names. The Maester from the Night's Watch, obviously Aemon Targaryen, he was called, obviously in hiding. He's gonna get a B. I like this guy all the way from seasons 1 to 5. I think he was a great character. You know, really helpful, really like a mentor to Sam. Really helpful with Jon too, and I thought he was a great character for the first 5 seasons. Yeah, really good guy at the Night's Watch, and then he just dies from old age, doesn't he? Bless him. One of the better deaths in the entire show. He just dies from old age. Like probably gets the best death out of anyone here. Yeah. Then Catelyn Stark. Catelyn's gonna get. Some of you might disagree with this, but for me, Catelyn gets S. I think she was great, man. I think the actress did an absolutely incredible job. I loved her in season 1, 2, and 3. Some people might obviously put her a bit down here because, you know, she treated Jon really poorly because he was a bastard and she just hated him for it. So that was like rude, very, very rude. And then obviously she kind of betrays Robb in season 2, where she just sends off Jaime Lannister for the girl. Like, oh, but I think she does redeem herself because she's a formidable woman. You know, she loves Sansa, Arya, her children, and the performance in the Red Wedding. You know, he is my son, my first son. That's just absolutely heartbreaking ending at the Red Wedding. But I love Catelyn Stark. I thought her and Ned were great together. But some people might disagree, but I love Catelyn Stark. For me, great character. Then we have, I've forgotten her name, Robb Stark's girlfriend and fiance and wife in season 2 and 3. She can get B. She was cool. I liked her, despite the fact her character pretty much distracted Robb and kind of cost him the entire bloody war against the Lannisters in seasons 2 and 3. So she kind of screws up Robb, and he falls in love, etc. But she's a nice character. But then she has a horrible ending where she just gets stabbed several times at the Red Wedding, right in the stomach. Heartbreaking. But yeah, she was a nice character. Brienne, S tier. That's not even debate. I love Brienne. One of my favorite characters from all the way from season. Where did we see Brienne? Season 2 all the way to season 8. I love Brienne. One of the best. No, she finally gets knighted in season 8. Her and Jaime get together, even though Jaime fucks her off back together. But yeah, I love Brienne. One of my favorite characters. She was great. Sir Davos, S tier. Sir Davos might be one of my favorite characters. I love Sir Davos. He's just great, man. He's so witty. He's funny. He's intelligent. He's a good warrior. He's loyal. He's just like the perfect character. I love Sir Davos, and he doesn't die. He doesn't die. He makes up from season 2 all the way to season 8. Yeah, and I forgot what he does in season 8. I think he's like the master of ships at the end of season 8. But I love Sir Davos. One of my favorite characters. I just love him. Yeah. Mwah. Tywin Lannister. Oh, now I would put Tywin down here because you could say he's down here because he was an evil bastard man, Tywin. But how good Charles Dance was, how good the character was, I've got to give Tywin an S tier. I love Tywin. He was just such a commanding presence. I think the way Charles Dance played him, he just stole every scene he was in. As a character, absolute arsehole though, because the way he treated Tyrion, but he was basically the power behind the throne for so long. It wasn't Joffrey. He was the one who orchestrated the whole Red Wedding that got Robb and Catelyn and killed. But Charles Dance seasons 1 to 4, it was his show. Loved him. Stannis. Stannis can get C. I feel bad for Stannis, man, because I think he got effed over hard. I think he came onto the scene in season 2 quite strongly, but then season 3, 4, and 5, and then he just he gets desperate and he burns his daughter alive. He kills his brother in season 2. And then he just dies a really crap death in season 5 when he gets battered by the Boltons, and then Brienne kills him. So I think Stannis got done dirty. I think if he had better writing, it could have been A or B. I've heard in the books he's a lot better character, but sucks because I actually kind of like Stannis at the beginning, but then I think he just got written so badly. I can't give him higher than C. So poor Stannis. Marjorie Tydell. She can get B. She was cool. I like Marjorie. She was very pretty, very. She knew how to play the game well. The whole Tyrells and marrying Tommen, etc. But yeah, I like Marjorie. She can get B. She's not up there, but she can get B. I like Marjorie. You know nothing, Jon Snow. Ygritte. Ygritte can get A. I loved Ygritte. Her relationship with Jon. Seasons 1 to 3, and then the battle of the Night's Watch in season 4 when she dies and nothing. I mean, we should have left that cave. Jon Snow. I loved her relationship with Jon Snow. Of course, her and Jon Snow. Well, her and actors. They're both married in real life, so that's very sweet. It's good. Balon Greyjoy, just the worst. Absolute douchebag. Even though he's only in a few episodes, just a douchebag. Nothing more to say about him. Yeah, hated him so much. Roose Bolton, just the worst. Absolute. He was okay for seasons 2 and obviously most of season 3 because he's like Robb's ally, helping him in the fight against the Lannisters. But then obviously he betrays Robb and kills him at the Red Wedding, stabs him in the heart. The Lannisters send their regards and he becomes the new Warden of the North. Just what a douchebag, man. Absolute douchebag. And I'm very happy when he got killed off in season 5 by Ramsay. I've forgotten her name, sadly. Sam's Gilly. She's fine. I like Gilly. She can get a B. She was a good character. I loved her relationship with Sam from season 3. Was it season 2 or season 2? I think it was season 2 all the way to season 8. They become a really happy family together. I love Gilly and Sam, and obviously with the kid too. So yeah, I like Gilly. Jaime Lannister. Jaime's. This is hard because Jaime. He's just like Theon. Jaime and Theon probably have the best character arcs in the entire show, or most complex character arcs in the entire show. But where do I put Jamie, man? Seasons 1 and 2, Jamie, he's down here, and he's an absolute douchebag. But then season 3, 4, 5, and 6, I think he becomes a much more likable character, and season 7, and most of season 8. But then they just ruin his character in season 8 when he just goes back to be with Cersei. So, oh man, just because of how badly they've effed up his character. If he hadn't have gone and run back off to Cersei, Jamie will be up here. But then they just ruined his character in the last few episodes of season 8. So I can't. I'm going to give Jamie a B. He's right in the middle. Yeah, just because of how badly they ruined his character, and then I think he gets killed off so badly with the brick fall. But yeah, poor Jamie, man. If he hadn't have ran off, if he'd have stayed with Brienne, he would have got A or S tier easily. But yeah, I can't give Jamie more than a B. Podrick. Podrick's going to get A. Who doesn't love Podrick, man? He's great. He's a bit underused in the later seasons. We don't see that much of him apart from his relationship with his partnership with Brienne. But yeah, Podrick. Podrick can get S tier. I love Podrick. He's great, man. Tyrion the Squire in the first few seasons, but he just got a bit of a journey too. And I think he becomes a Knight's Guard, doesn't he? For Bran, so that he has a good ending. Podrick. I've forgotten her name. The Red Witch. She can get D. I didn't really like her at all. She's just a horrible character with the whole Red Fire priestess and stuff. At just point she's the whole reason Stannis got effed up a little bit because she whistled all the whispers in her ear. Never really liked her. Even when she effing burnt Shireen. Disgusting. Poor Shireen. Yeah, even though she kind of does help out at the end with the Battle of the Dead in season 8, which is she likes the trench, but she gets D. Never a massive fan of her character. Then we get Yara Greyjoy. She was good. Bit unlikable at first, but I think she kind of grows on you as the season goes on. And yeah, I'll give Yara a B. I liked Yara. She was good. Not like up here, but yeah, I thought she was a good character. And her and Theon's relationship and a brother and sister, I thought really growed well as the seasons progressed. And then, so yeah, I like Yara. She can get a B. Then we got Jaqen. What's his name? Jaqen H'ghar, whatever his name was, the many-faced god guy. He was interesting, but kind of boring. I'll give him C. He was all right, but I think his character just got a bit stale. As I had her whole many-faced god storyline in season 5 and 6. There were some cool scenes, but I can't give him higher than C. I just thought he was kind of boring, and then that whole storyline kind of went nowhere really. So yeah, he's fine, but I'll give him a C at most. Grey Worm. Grey Worm's tricky, man, because seasons 1 to 7 and most of season 8 he was great. I loved Grey Worm. But then I think he just became a bit of a douchebag in the last few episodes of season 8. I think obviously Missandei dying and then Daenerys dying tipped him over the edge. So he was just a bit of a douchebag. So if it wasn't for how he ended in season 8, he'd be up here. But I'm going to give Grey Worm B. Just because I just thought he was a bit of a douchebag in the final few episodes of season 8. And it kind of ruined his character a little bit. So, but if it hadn't been for that, he'd be up there. But yeah. And we've got Beric Dondarrion. He's good. Not in tons of episodes, but he's good. He can go there. I liked him with the Brotherhood. He keeps getting brought back every time he dies. He was good. I liked him, and obviously he dies fighting the White Walkers in season 8. Yeah, good character. So you get a B. Then we've got Missandei. Yeah, Missandei can get B. She was fine. I never really was that bothered about Missandei. I liked her relationship with Grey Worm. Obviously, like Daenerys's hand, I guess. But she was fine, but just never did that much for me. And then when she got beheaded in season 8, I didn't even really feel that sad, to be honest. Sorry, any Missandei fans, but yeah, she was all right. She gets B. Then we get how long we got? Okay, nearly there. Oh my god. Mance Rayder. Another character that I think had a lot of potential. Very good actor, but we just didn't see enough of him. He was only in 4, 5 episodes, so he can get a C. I just think we just didn't see enough of him. He's meant to be like the leader of the Wildlings, the king beyond the wall, and he's only in a few episodes. Then he just gets beaten by Stannis, and then he just gets burnt alive in season 5. Yeah, I think he was a got wasted a little bit. I think he had a lot of potential, we just didn't see enough of it. So yeah, I can't give Mance Rayder more than a C. So yeah, he's fine, but he can go there. Then we've got oh god, how can I forget his name? Oh god, oh no, Tormund, Tormund. You all know where Tormund goes. Tormund is the goat, one of the goats. I effing love Tormund. One of he just becomes Jon's bro. His whole story, like he starts off as a wildling against Jon, but his whole storyline was just fantastic. And he makes it all the way up to season 8, and he's like best mates with Jon beyond the wall at the end of season 8. See, I love Tormund. He's great. He's so funny. He's loyal. He's a fierce warrior, and I just love him. Absolutely love him. Yeah, who doesn't love Tormund? He gets S. Ramsay. We all know where we all know where Ramsay goes. Arguably the worst character in the entire show. Worse than Joffrey. Worse than Littlefinger and Cersei. He was just awful. Absolutely awful, just a complete and utter psycho, just the stuff he did, and it was so relieving when Jon beat him to a bloody pulp in the Battle of the Bastards, and then Sansa feeds him to the dogs in season 6, and yeah, but he was an absolutely terrific villain, played very well by Ewan. I've forgotten his name, the actor from Misfits. I know he's a very well-known actor now, but yeah, he was great actor, but just how evil his character was, he's got to be just down there, just the worst. Daenerys. Oh, now this one's. Oh, Daenerys is another very tricky character because where do you put Daenerys, man? Seasons 1 to 7, Daenerys. You could put her up here, definitely. Seasons 1 to 7, and then half of season 8, but then episodes 5 and 6 of season 8. How badly they botched it up. I'm sorry, she's got to go there. Sorry, all these guys are absolute douchebags, the worst. But at least they didn't burn tens of thousands of innocent people on a dragon when the city had surrendered. They just ruined her character so badly, and oh man, I felt so bad for Emilia Clarke because I liked Daenerys. She was definitely up here for me. But then they ruined her, and the final. She's got to go down there for me. Just how badly they botched her character in episodes 5 and 6 until Jon had to kill her. Oh man, poor Daenerys, man. One of the main characters for all 8 seasons, and I think she did so badly. Oh god, I'm getting tired now. I just need a quick drink. Oh god. Oh, that's better. Right, Marjorie Tyrell, not Marjorie Tyrell, Olenna Tyrell. She can go. F it, Olenna Tyrell can go in S tier. I loved her, the Queen of Thorns. She was great. She was a great player of the Game of Thrones. She came across as a sweet old granny, but she wasn't anything but that. She was a very, very devilish and conniving person. Although she was good, definitely a lot better than a lot of evil characters. And yeah, I really liked her. And she just was always like on top of every situation. And then I thought the way she went out, like, tell Cersei, I want her to know it was me. Like, she's the one who poisoned Joffrey in season 4. She was great. I loved Olenna Tyrell. She was great. Then we've got Thoros. Thoros, he can go and see. It sucks because I kind of liked his character, but we just didn't see enough of him. He's only in a handful of episodes with like the Brotherhood, and then he just kind of has an underwhelming death in season 7. He just gets killed by that polar bear, and then just dies. And then he gets burnt. And like, oh, okay. I feel like he was a cool character. I liked some of his scenes with Sandor. That was cool, but I just think we needed to see a bit more of him. So I can't give him higher than C. Excuse me, unfortunately. Oh, this douchebag! I did not like him at all. I wouldn't give him just the worst, but I'll give him a D. He was just annoying. I didn't like him. He was like jealous of Jon and Ygritte's relationship. I just didn't like him. And then I'm kind of glad Jon killed him in season 3. He was just an annoying little douchebag, and I just did not like him. No. Oh, what's his name? Oh, I've forgotten his name. Qyburn. Qyburn, you can go in D. He was very good actor, very good, very cool, interesting character. But yeah, he was just Daenerys. He was Cersei's right hand man for what, like 3, 4 seasons, and he helped her do horrible things. And yeah, I just did not like a creepy little guy too. And I'm kind of glad he got killed by the mountain at the end of season 8. And so yeah, because he was just a very creepy guy, you know. And I just he was all he's not like down here. Like, he's not even just the worst, but I'll give Qyburn a D. He was yeah. Then we've got the Blackfish. The Blackfish. Oh, I liked the Blackfish, man. He was cool, but he's only in like 5, 6 episodes, if that. I think he was another character that was cool, but just underused. So I'm going to give the Blackfish C. You know, he was only in season 2 and 3. Then he just takes a massive hiatus because he escapes the Red Wedding, and then we get that siege in season 6 with the Tully's castle, and then he just kind of he dies off screen. It was rubbish. This guy's meant to be like a legendary warrior, and he just dies off screen. Oh, I liked him. I thought he was cool. If we'd seen more episodes, he would have got B or A. But for me, the Blackfish gets C. I just think I liked him, but we just did not see enough of him. So I can't give him higher than C, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. Tommen. Oh, poor old Tommen. I'm gonna give Tommen. Tommen can get a C. He was this poor sweet Tommen. He was the right king, but in the wrong place at the wrong time. He was like the only good king we saw really throughout the entire show. Even though he just kind of get corrupted by the High Sparrow towards the end and becomes like a dead religious and a bit of an idiot. But yeah, and obviously he commits suicide at the end of season 6 when Cersei blows up everybody. So very, very sad character, but I think he was a good guy at his heart. But I just think, like I said, the right king, but in the wrong place at the wrong time. Yeah, and King's Landing, Judah spat him out, and he just committed suicide at the end of season 6 by jumping out the window. Poor Tommen. Then we've got I forgot his name. Oh, the Daenerys' like right hand man when she was in Essos from seasons 1 to 6. He was cool. I liked him. I'm gonna give him a B. I thought he was a cool. Actually, no, I'm gonna give him an A. I thought he was really cool. You know, I really liked him. I thought he was a really cool warrior. He was sassy. He was funny. He was conniving. I liked his relationship with Jorah. His scenes with Tyrion and Grey Worm too. They were together for quite a while. She was like, you know, he kind of hooks up with Daenerys for a little bit, but then she kind of just leaves him in Essos at the end of season 6, and we never see him again. He just doesn't appear in season 7 and 8. I think he kind of got done dirty a little bit. You know, he just doesn't even make a cameo in season 8 or season 7. I thought a bit disappointing. He just gets left in Essos, but really cool character. I did like him. Oberyn, Oberyn gets. Oberyn gets S. I love Oberyn Martell, the one season wonder. Good old Pedro Pascal, great actor. He was such a good character. He was so funny. He was so sassy. He was clever, smart, very very good warrior. I just loved him. Like, he stole every scene he was in. And I had an absolutely heartbreaking ending where he just gets his face smashed in by the mountain. And that fight in season 4, you know, when you think he's about to win, but he gets too cocky and the mountain makes him pay for it. Horrible ending. He probably has one of the worst deaths in the entire show, but one season wonder. And yeah, I loved Oberyn. Great character, and it was like the role that put Pedro Pascal on the map, and now he's like a household name, isn't he, Pedro Pascal? So yeah, great. I loved Oberyn. Another great one season wonder. Yeah, I hated this guy. Oberyn's wife, one of the Martell. I've forgotten what she's called. I couldn't stand her. She was so annoying. She was okay in season 4, but then I think Oberyn's death got to her, and she just became an absolute arsehole. And then she poisons. We'll get to her. She poisons one of Cersei's children, and yeah, you poison a child, you're a douchebag. So yeah, she gets down there. I'm sorry. And then poor, who is this? Myrcella? I think it's Myrcella, isn't it? Yeah, Myrcella Lannister. She'll get a C because she's only in like what a few episodes in season 5, and then she gets tragically killed off. She gets poisoned by her. I forgot what her name's called, but she gets poisoned and she has a really sad death. But she was only in a few episodes, but she was sweet. She was nice, but like I said, she just didn't see enough of her, so she gets C. Then we get Viserys Targaryen from season 1. Viserys can she can get D. I don't think he was just the worst. he was a massive douchebag, but I don't think he's down here with these guys, because I kind of did feel a bit sorry for him when he gets like that molten liquid poured over his head in season 1. But yeah, the way he treated Daenerys was absolutely terrible. He was a horrible brother. All he wanted was the Iron Throne to avenge his dad, or his granddad, whatever, Aerys. But he was a massive douchebag to Daenerys, and he kind of got what was going to him, even though he did feel a bit bad for him. But yeah, can't give him higher than a D. Then the Sand Snakes, didn't like any of them. They thought they were just annoying. She can get C. She was easily the best one. These two were just annoying, and I was kind of glad when what's her name? I forgot the name. Once they get killed by the Greyjoy guy, but she was like the best one. But these two were just annoying. I didn't like them. No. The High Sparrow. The High Sparrow. I mean, great actor. I love the actor. I forgot his name, but he's a very like a veteran British actor. But High Sparrow can get just the worst. He was a very conniving. He knew what he was doing, like with the whole religious order and his whole the Sparrows and all that, and taking over King's Landing in season 5 and 6. Even though he does kind of give sweet karma to Cersei, just his whole religious order was just horrible. He was just a complete zealot in it for himself. And he brainwashed poor Tommen. Yeah, he was a douchebag, man. And then he's a very interesting character because he comes across as nice, but then you realise he's just a bit of he's very conniving. He knows what he's doing, and and when he gets blown up at the end of season 6, I don't think anyone was sad to see him go. Jonathan Pryce was the actor, great actor, and he had some very good scenes, but as a character, he's a High Sparrow. Ugh. Then another one of the Martell characters, which Prince Doran. No, it wasn't Prince Doran. That was the king. Just didn't see enough of him, so he was only in a few scenes. Then he gets killed off. I can't give him higher than a C. He was in like 2-3 episodes, and he just dies. So yeah, there's not a lot to say. Then we got the king of Prince Doran of House Martell. Dawn, yeah, like I said, the actor was great. Alexander Siddig, I love because I'm a massive Star Trek fan, and he's goated for me from just Star Trek DS9 because he played Dr. Bashir. Anyway, but I just think he was wasted. He was only in a few scenes, then he just gets killed off at the end of season 6. So yeah, he doesn't get higher than C for me. Prince Doran, is that what it's called? Prince Doran, yeah, he just gets a C. Then we get Euron Greyjoy, just an absolute douchebag. Hated him so much. Just no. Did not like him at all. From all the way from season 6 to season 8, he kills one of Daenerys' dragons. Just the whole stuff he does with Cersei. Just just did not like him. He was a cocky little arsehole. I'm glad he got what was coming to him when Jaime killed him at the end of season. Oh, he kind of does kill Jaime too, and that sort of fact. But yeah. Anyway, who's that? Is that random actress one from season 6? Why is she on this list? She said like what, 2 episodes? Okay, she could get C. I don't know why she's in this list. She's in like 2 episodes. Why is she in this list? She's fine, but yeah, she kind of does heal Arya. So if it wasn't for her, Arya probably would have died in season 6 from those stab wounds. So she kind of does heal Arya. So yeah, but she was fine. Who's that? Is that the witch from season 1 who makes like Drogo catatonic? Yeah, she can get just the worst because she was just she can go. She'll get D. She was just nothing really. She's just horrible person who just basically killed Drogo, and then Daenerys just killed her. Yeah, she was meh. Forgotten his name. Sam's father, the Tarly guy. Horrible person. He's such a douchebag to poor Sam. I'll give him a D. I just didn't like him. He was a douchebag, very honourable. I'll give him that. Like he refuses to bend the knee to Daenerys, and he gets burnt. But he's like in the law, he's a very ruthless guy because he's like the only guy who beat Robert Baratheon in the field, but like sort of the Lord Commander of the Tarlys. But yeah, he doesn't get higher than D for me just because of how much of a douchebag he was to poor Sam. So yeah. Jon Snow. Jon. Despite the fact I thought they really dropped the ball with Jon in season 8. Oh, you know what? I can't give Jon S. I'm so sorry. Jon gets A. That breaks my heart, and I'm sorry to any big Jon Snow fanboys, just because how badly they fucked him over in season 8. you know, seasons 1 to 7, Jon, he's S tier without a doubt. But season 8, Jon Snow, how they wrote him, she's my queen. I don't want it. I don't want the throne. You're my queen. Oh, shut up. And then he doesn't kill the Night King. Arya does what the F. He doesn't do anything all season really, just apart from he has a few fights here and there. And then he kills Daenerys. Fair enough. The right thing there, but then he just instead of being the rightful king, you know, he's a Targaryen. He just gets sent back up to the wall. So him being a Targaryen and being the rightful king went absolutely nothing. It went absolutely nowhere. So because of just how badly they effed up his storyline, I can't give Jon S because I'm judging him on his entire run. So I'll give him an A, and that breaks my heart. And I know he's getting a spin-off show, and maybe that'll bump him back up to S tier. So he's getting his own spin-off show. I'm sorry that any big Jon Snow fans, he doesn't get S tier for me. Who's that? Is that Richard E. Grant? What? He's that one actor fella who was in season 6. What? He's in like one episode, one or two. Okay, D. What's he even doing in this list? Okay, I'll just move on. The cool Sept guy from season 6 who like tries to help Jon. Circle Gain, the Hound. He can get. I really liked him. He can get B. I thought he was a really cool character. Like he's very pure of heart, very helpful. Like he helps like the Mountain like try and move on from his pain and become a better person. And then he's only in I think he's only in like 2 episodes. But obviously, very very well known actor. He's a very well known British actor. I mean, if you've seen the John Wick films, you know who he is. He was also Blackbeard in Pirates of the Caribbean 4. But anyway, yeah, he was good, even though he was only in 2 episodes, and then he just very tragically gets hung. He gets hung by those men of the I can't remember now, whatever, the flaming men. I don't know what they're called, but yeah, good character, very good character, but just yeah, I like them, but yeah, you only click them more than me. Oh, I'm nearly there. Oh god, the last 2. Oh god, nearly there. And then we got this guy, of course, very famous, a British actor, Jim Broadbent. I'm sure if you've seen Hot Fuzz, and of course Harry Potter. He was Slughorn. Anyway, he can get. I'll give him a C. You know, he was only in a few episodes in season 6, I think. He was all right, but I liked how he was like Sam's mentor when Sam was in the Citadel. He was fine, but for me, he just doesn't get quite B or C. I'll give him a C. He was fine. But he didn't do that much for me, and then he just kind of leaves. I mean, then Sam just kind of leaves the Citadel to go off and do it on his own. So yeah, he's only in season 6, isn't he? Is it season 6 or season 7? One of those 2 seasons. But anyway, yeah. Then on to the last 2 characters. Oh, Robb Stark. Oh, poor old Robb Stark. I'm ending with the 2 Starks. Robb Stark, for me. Oh, Robb Stark. Seasons 1, 2 seasons 1 and 2, Robb Stark gets S tier, definitely. But season 3 and so many, it's so hard to watch because he's such an idiot in season 3, and it costs him the war and it costs him his head. So I'm going to give Robb Stark an A. He's still a great character. Played, obviously, a household name actor now. I've forgotten his name, but you know he's been in Eternals, the Bodyguard, a big famous BBC show. But this was like his breakthrough role. You know, but yeah, he's a heartbreaking character. You know, you're really rooting for him in season 2 and 3 to avenge Ned and beat the Lannisters. But it doesn't work out. You know, he's such an idiot in season 3, hence why he's only an A. You know, beheading Lord Karstark, marrying Talisa, you know, offending the Greys, and then it all blows up in his face at the Red Wedding, where he gets betrayed by the Boltons and the Freys, and it's a heartbreaking, man. So it's just heartbreaking for Robb Stark. Yeah, he gets A tier because his character was such an idiot in season 3. He makes he makes several big mistakes, which just cost him the war against the Lannisters. So yeah, he gets A. Poor Robb Stark. Oh my god, nearly there, nearly there. Oh god. And to finish off, we've got to finish off with the OG, the original character, well, the main character from season 1, Sean Bean in Ned Stark, and we all know where Ned Stark's gonna go. S tier. Ned Stark was great, man. I love Ned Stark. He was another one season wonder, despite the fact he was only in 9 episodes. You know, it was obviously he really helped kick off the show. Sean Bean, at the time, he was easily the biggest name in the show. You know, because Sean Bean's even back then, he was obviously a very well known actor from his Lord of the Rings and James Bond. So, yeah, him like being the title character of Ned Stark, and then he's a very honourable man, and he just gets very sadly beheaded in episode 9, showing you that no one is safe in this show. So many of these characters had horrible deaths. Only a handful of these characters actually had good endings when you think about it, and that's what's so heartbreaking about Game of Thrones. But yeah, Ned gets S tier because I love Sean Bean, I love Ned Stark, and it's crazy to think the fact that I'm sure I saw a character poll. It's crazy to think he was only in 9 episodes, and yeah, I saw even after all 8 episodes, after 8 seasons, lots of fans will still view him as one of their favorite characters. And yeah, for me, Ned Stark's in my top 10 easily. I loved him, and it's such a tragic way he goes out. He gets framed for the murder of Robert, like for trying to not for the murder of Robert, for like conspiring against Robert, which was completely untrue. And Joffrey effing beheads him, the douchebag. So yeah, but great character. Oh my god, so I'm done. I'm exhausted. So that is my Game of Thrones character tier list. I think there's a few characters I've missed out, but this is like obviously all the main and supporting characters from all 8 seasons of Game of Thrones. So yeah, guys, if you've watched me to the end of the video, thank you all so much for watching. What are your thoughts? Comment below, let me know. Where would you rank these characters? Do you disagree with my rankings? Where would you rank all of these characters based on all 8 seasons of the show? Like their entire character arc. Comment below, let me know. So thank you all so much for watching, guys. I am out of breath. I've been talking for nearly an hour. I've really enjoyed doing this video. So yeah, comment below, guys. Let me know. And obviously, when House of the Dragon, how many seasons we do House of the Dragon, when that is finished, I'll probably do a big tier list for that in a few years' time when House of the Dragon concludes. But yeah, guys, comment below. Let me know. Thank you all so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.